Man, it feels so good to be back. And yeah, I'm back with a... Why do I give the sound effect? Anyways, let's do this.
California dreaming about you.
Yo, what's up guys? I am Samyak Bakliwal here, and I know I was supposed to upload this video a long time before, but the phone's not yet available to normal consumers like us, so I don't think I'm lagging much behind, am I? So without further ado, let's just start with the video. Okay, so the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus along with the other Apple products was released on September 7th, which is kind of matching. Anyways, so if you keep the phone 4 meters away from you, that might even be the 6S, cause physically there are not a lot of change. And this pisses me off because this is the first time Apple has continued a physical design for like three generations, I would say. 3 generations, and I expected some change from Apple. But bring the phone in front of you and you might notice that there are things that are rearranged or removed. So yeah, first up there's the antenna bands, which I would say that they look pretty damn ugly on the iPhone 6 and 6S. These are rearranged and they are now on the edges of the phone. That looks a lot cleaner right now. And the second thing is the camera hump. It's no longer the edged out version, it's like more smoothened out and it's larger. Saying that for 7 and for 7 Plus you have 2 lenses, so a bigger hump, about which I'll talk later. So everything on the back is almost the same. Moving to the downside, that's where the headphone jack is gone. But anyways, I don't really care because I use Bluetooth headphones, the board if you want to see up. So yeah, the headphones jack's gone, and we were knowing about that on the leaks and all, but Apple did it, and they did it because
courage.
And it also makes sense because Apple has been known for removing and adding things for this electronic generation. But I think with the headphone jack they went a bit too far. I know, let me know in the comment section down below. But moving on, then you have another way to differentiate the iPhone 6 or 6S from the 7 and 7 Plus, the color. So pushing aside the rose gold, we have the 2 blacks, the jet black and the matte black. That being said, I prefer the matte black because it is way more stealthier, and jet black, as even Apple states, is prone to a lot of scratches and fingerprints, and you might even just use a cover on skin on that. So taking jet black doesn't even make sense. So flipping the phone, on the front you'll see the same display, same resolution, so that's 4.7 for the iPhone 7 and 5.5 for the iPhone 7 Plus. With the same resolution, same technology and all that, force touch is there, but the home button is not a button. So what Apple has done here is, by removal of the headphone jack, they got space to put the taptic engine that basically controls the vibration feedback the phone gives you when you press the home per se button. So it works as it's supposed to. It gives you a vibration feedback when you are pressing the button. It's like force touch, and it is being used in the MacBooks, that the slim ones. Yeah, it's used in the trackpad of the MacBooks. So they give you the options to set the vibration feedback, and basically none of them compare to the button feedback. And this also lets them to take it waterproof. Did I say that? Well, yeah, so the iPhones are basically officially water and dust resistant, so you can take it into water for 50 meters, which is pretty cool. I might even say that the 6 and 6S were also waterproof, but it was not official, that's why officially waterproof. But if you want to take it for shower or in pool while listening to music or watching videos, if you do that with your waterproof phone, I don't know, you can do that with the iPhone. So let's talk about the camera. Well, when you're talking about a smartphone camera, the iPhones are already leading the market, and this one is no different. There are a lot of promising changes, so I'll leave all the specs here. But to start with, you have the same 12 megapixel iSight camera. So the 2 things that made me go crazy while watching the live event is the aperture. It's 1.8 now, f-stop 1.8. It's great to see Apple choosing that, and you can shoot RAW. Yeah, RAW. And yes, we have OIS, not only in the 7 Plus but also in the 7, which is great to see. I know iPhone is doing a great job with the OIS, and now 7 having that, the video will be same no matter which iPhone you have, which iPhone 7 you have. So yeah, that being said, moving to the 7 Plus, here we have two lenses. So one is 28mm f1.8 12 megapixel sensor, same as the 7, but you have another lens, the 56mm one, and it has an aperture of f2.2. So basically what Apple is letting you do is when you zoom in after half the limit of what the phone can do, it switches to the zoomed in, that's the 56mm one. So eventually you kind of will get the same quality picture even if you zoom in. So that's great thinking and a really good implementation for dual camera setup. And there's also one thing that will come after a year is like using the second lens for extended depth of field. I know how they're doing that, but it's creating a 3D image of the picture and then using the software to differentiate the background from the foreground and then creating a blurry background. I'll be pretty damn excited to see what they have done there because I've seen the examples and they look goddamn cool. And on the front you have the 7 megapixel sensor, so that's an upgrade and that's really good. Well, there's not much changes in the display sector of the iPhone, but Apple states that the iPhone displays are now 25% more brighter, which is good, and they have a wider gamut range, so it will look more vibrant and the colors will pop out more. Talking about that, let's talk about the speakers. So there's obviously that one speaker right aside the lightning port, and then there's one more speaker around the earpiece, so it's stereo speakers. So it's not exactly front facing speakers because there's one speaker facing right at you and the other one is at the side, but it's pretty close to what it's supposed to be. And iPhone speakers are also really good. This one is no exception, it is doing a really great job. I've seen the reviews, thumbs up. So all that's left is the internals. So obviously there is a lot of considerable changes, what I consider as considerable changes have been done in the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus. So for the 7 and 7 Plus you have the A10 chip obviously, and Apple states that it's 20 times more powerful than the A9 chip and it is way more power efficient than the A9 was. Eventually it means that it is very smooth and powerful. So this quad core, it's a bit different than what really a quad core is meant. So you have two smaller cores and two more powerful cores. So the two smaller cores are mainly used for more basic and day-to-day life like messaging and all, and the two more powerful cores are used for intensive tasks such as gaming and video editing if you maybe do that, or maybe photo editing if it's demanding thing. It's great. And keeping that in mind, moving to the RAM department, you have 2 GBs for the iPhone 7 and 3 GBs for the iPhone 7 Plus. So that's what iPhone has been doing. So iPhone's RAM management is really good, so that indirectly leads for us to move into the battery department. So the battery capacity of the iPhone 7 is 1960 mAh, that is coming up from 1715 mAh on the iPhone 6s. And on the iPhone 7 Plus you have a battery capacity of 2900 mAh, that is coming up from 2750 mAh of the 6s Plus. But you should get a battery life of around 8 to 10 hours on the iPhone 7 and 10 to 12 hours on the iPhone 7 Plus. But really the thing is, most of the major changes which I believe are really interactive are the changes made in the iOS 10 that's coming with the iPhone. So I don't really see the fact of getting the iPhone because iOS 10 will be coming to the iPhone 6 and 6s and all the iPhone that's supporting iOS 10. So the question remains, should you or should you not buy the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus? Well, it actually really depends on you. For me, the headphone jack or the removal of headphone jack plays a major role in deciding if you use or not. But if you're the guy who has already decided to buy every new coming iPhone, then whatever I say, it doesn't really make sense. Me personally, I'm pretty excited and hyped up to use the iPhone 7, but not as a daily driver because I know that'll create a lot of problem charging while listening and all. Let me know what you're going to do, or if you have the iPhone 7 and what do you think about that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching. I am Samyak Bakliwal here and I'll catch you guys later.